Welcome to this Padel. I'm very happy to have Enrique Gracia as our guest today. I think he's the first Mexican guest we have.
Oh.
I'm very happy because I love Mexico. I love your country.
Todo un honor.
And he has conquered Padel, which is to me new. I think it's not that new brand, not a racket brand. No, it's a new club brand that is gonna shake a little bit the ecosystem in the US. So there's a storm in the making right now, and we're gonna talk about it. We are very happy to have you here, and especially we love entrepreneurs. And I think you have a great story to tell us. So welcome, Enrique.
Thank you, Rosa. It's an honor being here, speaking to your audience. Thank you.
No, my pleasure. So who is Enrique Gracia, and how did you discover Padel?
I am a sport enthusiast with an entrepreneurial background.
Okay.
I'm just too hyperactive. Since I was very young, I started thinking of ways to build a business. That's one of my passions, building businesses. And on the sports side, although I did a lot when I was younger, athleticism or track and javelina and karate and soccer and a little bit of everything.
Okay.
I was mostly into extreme sports.
Ooh.
So first BMX, mountain biking, dirt bike, free diving, hunting, everything outdoors. But I fell in love with Padel in 2020. I was starting to get into racquetball a little bit. I didn't really love it, but I liked that it was a fast way to get a workout, and it was fun and good to lose calories.
Good.
So pandemic came, the gym closed, and a friend said, "Hey, let's go try Padel." And I was like,
why not?
"What is that?" No. First, I didn't want to.
Oh.
First, I didn't want to. Just from the name,
Yeah.
it just wasn't attractive to me. I know I've imagined some old guys playing like squash or something.
Yeah, but it was born in Mexico.
Yes, I didn't know that. Know that. So after a lot of insisting from this friend, I finally agreed. And the first time I stepped onto the court, just the feel and the look of the court, I said, "Oh, this is so cool. This is really cool."
Wow.
I started playing every day. I got addicted. So
welcome to the addiction. And how did you go from a player, a person that is learning to play, to someone that is creating a brand dedicated to paddle? A brand dedicated to create clubs.
Yes. So ever since the first club was established in my city, Hermosillo, I had an eye on it as a business. But there were so many clubs being built simultaneously that I was really...
Everybody had the same idea, right?
Yes. So I thought about doing a club more than once. I got into doing the business plan and looking for a place. And then I will find out that somebody else is building a club right there. So that stopped me from doing it. Then on 2024, so at the beginning of last year, we were on a family trip to Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. My wife, I had 3 kids, 10, 9, and 7 years old, who also play. Okay. And we were looking for courts, and we found one at a private property, nice, beautiful little club, but it was just one court. Difficult to make a reservation there. And my wife is the one that said, we finished playing that day, and as we are walking out, she says, "What about, doing a Padel club here in the U.S.?" And it just clicked on me. I don't know why I hadn't thought about it, but she was the one to come up with the idea. So that's where it all started, and then it's a long story after that.
So your wife had the idea, right? And then from idea to execution, there's like a long way. Everybody has an idea, but then making it happen is different. What were the next steps?
So the next steps were to find out if somebody else was already doing it, if there were clubs being developed. And I started talking to, I know most of the club owners in northern Mexico, because I play at all of the clubs. And so I started talking to some friends. And
what happened?
After that, I learned that many had tried and were trying to build a club in the US. But there was one common denominator that, in my opinion, set them up for failure. Yes. Nobody was nobody was trying to do it full time.
Okay. Like something they have there and they're supervised,
Everybody
but not
was
all in. Like
everybody was spending some time on it.
Yeah, but then no.
Half time, they had a job, they had another business, their core business, and nobody was dedicating 100% to making a club a reality.
And that's also bad for investors because they ask you if you're gonna be like full time doing that.
Yes, and it requires 100% commitment.
Yeah.
So I said, I am going to do it. I am going to do what nobody else has done. And I had my last business. I organized my exit, basically.
Okay.
And which
what did you do before?
Produce. Yes, fruits and vegetables, mostly citrus.
Wow.
Oranges, grapefruit, mandarins. I could talk a lot about that. But yeah, we shipped all over the U.S., Canada, Puerto Rico, here through Jacksonville, and Japan. So that was my previous business for 12 years.
So you were Mr. Vitamin C, or?
Yeah, we did good during COVID. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Vitamin C was a hot item. Yes.
Oh, of course.
Yes. So I organized my exit, and I moved to Phoenix by myself, not with my family yet, and started looking for partners.
Wow.
I knew it would be the best to partner with, first of all, club operators that had lots of experience. Because although I had been a player and I knew a little bit of the back end on operating a club and running tournaments, I wasn't really experienced in choosing the perfect core manufacturer and the perfect system. So I was very good friends with Gilberto and Lisa already, one of my first two partners, and they were excited, and we made sure that we had the same vision first, which is very important.
But yeah, be aligned and understand.
I shared my vision with them. They had their own vision. Both of them had tried to do a club in Arizona already, tried and trying. Yeah. So they liked the vision that I had. We made a letter of intent that we all agreed on everything from how things were going to work from the beginning to years in the future.
Wow.
All the scenarios.
Yeah, the vision.
So we made sure we agreed on all of that, and I was basically sent to the US by the team to look for the right partners in finance, in raising capital, in writing a good business plan, in market research. So that's how I met Tom Pankowski, who I always say it was a match made in heaven, because I was looking for somebody to consult to us on the best way to start a fundraiser, to start a startup. And he comes from the securities world. He had his own family office, which he sold a few years back. It's basically investments. He's still a broker, a certified investment broker, and he is involved in pickleball a lot. He's a U.S. Pickleball Association ambassador for Northern Arizona. He built one of the first pickleball clubs in Prescott, Arizona, and he's raised capital for some. He's still raising capital for some pickleball projects. So he had been trying to convince his pickleball partners to add or to just do a Padel club. He already had a financial model about Padel, which I was trying to put together, and he says, "Oh, I got one. I've been trying to convince everybody that Padel is the future. That Padel actually works as a business much better than pickleball does, because you don't have free courts in parks, basically." Yes.
And that's a differentiator. Not just the free courts, but also the game itself, what happens after, like the magic, the interactions, the tournament. Like there's so many differentiators, learning curve too, that I think even Padel had free courts that maybe at some point are very low cost. I think because I've lived that in Spain. In Spain there are courts that are almost free, and the business is there, and it's a healthy business. But at this point, maybe you're right.
Eventually, there will be some free courts, I hope, because that is required for the sport to be available. Availability and accessibility is important, and that's part of why we want to
make it happen.
Help, because we're not the only ones making the sport grow, but we want to be a big driver on clubs being available to more and more Americans across the U.S. Yes. So I'm sorry, you mentioned the social aspect, and that's one driver, right? And it's a very important one. The future for the growth of the sport is indoors. Okay. In my opinion, that's how pickleball grew. Okay. That's most franchises are indoor franchises. And in most parts of the U.S., weather, rain, humidity doesn't really allow for outdoor play. So if you are indoors, I hate to talk about pickleball. I think it's a great sport, but if you've ever been at an indoor pickleball, it's too loud.
Never, I don't play pickleball.
It's too loud. It's too loud. You cannot. You don't want to go and play and stay. Yes, it's a high pitched sound because the racket and the ball are both hard, and that's why you see all these pickleball courts stacked as batting cages. People go play and then they go home. Okay. You wouldn't want to stay because it's too loud, right? And then now Padel, you can have social areas right around the courts, in between the courts, and I think that's a big important aspect about the sport. It's not just a place to play; it's a place to hang out and have a drink or work out of, right? You can work out of here for a little bit before or after the match. Computer, yes, I was just working here at your club. Yes.
It is. Well, my club. I identified my home club, I would say.
At your home club.
I feel like home, but... And where are we going to see the first Conquer club?
This summer.
It's close?
This summer.
Wow.
So as you know, permitting in the U.S. can be a struggle. Yeah. And it's been the case with us. Not that we had any setbacks. No. Ever since we started, we've been on track with the process, and that's set for July. We're saying summer because we know that things can change, but July. Okay. July is the date.
Where is it gonna be?
In Tempe, Arizona.
Okay.
Yes, right off of Highway 10. So it's very, very well located. It's right off the highway, which is one of the main highways in Arizona.
And how is gonna be? How big?
5 courts. 5 courts. It's a 22,000 square feet building, and we'll have a pretty good efficient recovery area with red light therapy equipment, sauna, cold plunge. Oh. Yes, both for men's and separate for women's. I've seen some clubs that have just the cold plunge somewhere there, and some people don't want to take their clothes off, or be in a bathing suit, where the men are. So we're doing separate for men and women inside of the restrooms. A pretty nice bar and lots of hangout spaces in between and around the courts.
Because Padel is social at the end of the day, right?
Yes, it's part of why I fell in love with it. Yes. Right. So I met. So I'm not from Hermosillo originally. Okay. I'm from further down south, a city called Obregón. Okay. And when I started playing Padel, I had been in Hermosillo for just 2 years, and after playing is when I really started making friends and growing my business network. Okay. And some of my best friends and my current business partners came from Padel, right? Because I wasn't just going and playing; I was, going to other events, even if I wasn't playing, because it was just the new place to go out to. Right?
Amazing. And what's your vision with Conquer Padel? What do you want to do?
So our vision is in franchising.
Okay.
Our vision is to make Padel, or help make Padel available to most people around the U.S. Through franchising. Our goal is to be a valuable partner for anybody that sees the potential in the sport and wants to build a club, own a club, operate a club. Okay. For themselves, but not by themselves. Okay, good. That's we're building some corporate clubs too. Tempe is not a franchise club, but it is
owned by you.
But it is designed so the whole company, and our systems and our partnerships with the core manufacturer, mejor ser, and with play-by-point and with play sites for the cameras and with the RSPA for training, and our whole CRM software is all designed around franchising. So Tempe is going to be a model for that, an indoor 5-court model. And we just launched a $15 million capital raise this week for the build of 7 clubs. So 4 more clubs in Arizona,
Okay.
1 club in San Jose, California,
Okay.
1 in Salt Lake City, and 1 in Atlanta.
Okay.
Those are just strategic locations. All of these will be available for franchisees. We expect to be transferring them to franchisees eventually,
Okay.
and we'll just be on the support side for them, making sure that the clubs do good, that they make money, that
they have a system, like a playbook on how to run the club.
Oh yes, we have a whole model.
So
yes.
I really like that you have your own kind of vision, like a ball model that we're gonna see in your first club. That's gonna be like the flagship. Which are the components of this flagship? How it works? What do they have there?
So one of the biggest components is our partnerships.
Okay.
When you want to do a club, one of the biggest, most important things is in researching and choosing the right courts, the right camera system if you want to have one. Just the right equipment and the right systems so that you're set up for success.
Yeah.
So we've done that with our partners' experience and with my own research, and went through the whole process of selecting the best of the best. And for that, we selected Mejor Set for the core manufacturer.
Wow.
We selected Play by Point for the software system. I think they are the best software system available, at least as of right now. We selected PlaySight for the camera system, as well as one of the largest real estate firms in the U.S. They have over 150 brokers across all states. So real estate is one of the first things, and so this all is available for our franchisees. Okay. They can choose to use those systems, and they will get a way better deal that we've negotiated for them than if they go and try to do it themselves.
I see. And I think you have big news to share. Like your vision is about to start, but you already have some fuel to put some fire on this.
Yes. So we just launched a $15 million capital raise.
Okay.
We, after successfully closing our prior round, which was for 1.1 million for our Tempe club, we had so many people that wanted to get in. So many people want to invest in the Padel business. So we said, okay, why not do some more clubs, strategic clubs? It reduces the risk of our investors as you have more locations. And we had already some great areas identified: Salt Lake City, Atlanta, Northern California, around the San Jose area, and more in the Phoenix area. So yes, we are raising $15 million. It's a Reg D private equity offering available for both U.S. accredited investors as well as foreign investors. It starts at $50,000 with a 12% preferred return plus 80% waterfall profit sharing. Then that's all available on our website, which is conquerpadel.com. They go to the invest page and they can find more. They can find out more about that. Okay,
that's super smart and super quick, right? Like they read, they decide, they contact, and they can execute. And I think it's a differentiator too. And that would be investing in the umbrella company, let's say, somehow, like the core company. What if someone was to create a Conquer Padel club themselves?
A franchise club?
Yes.
Yes. So for that, we have a separate website, conquerfranchise.com.
Okay, good.
And they can learn all about our franchise process and start the process right there. They can just fill out a form or get on a phone call with a franchise executive who will just walk them through the process. Yes.
And
it's simple. It takes a little bit of time, but it's pretty simple.
No, but I think it's different because it's quite clear, quite upfront, and in this country, franchises work well. It's big enough, people recognize that, and I think on top of that, you can do kind of membership model for all around the country, things like that people wouldn't enjoy if they travel, or you can do like inter-club competitions, your own teams. I don't know, like a school program, many more things to come once you have settled the system.
Yeah, and you're completely right. Having multiple clubs allows for that. Now, one of the big advantages for a member is that they'll be able to play and enjoy all the benefits at any Conquer club.
Wow.
But yeah, you're also right about the tournaments. You hit it right on the head. We're part of Red Padel. we're also partners with Red Padel, who organizes great tournaments. We just spent some time with Charles yesterday, but we will also be organizing some of our own tournaments, inter-club tournaments.
Okay, I have a message for you. Tell him that I don't like his algorithm.
Oh, your rating is not going up.
No, the rating. I think the system itself. I have written a lot about it.
Okay. All right.
It's a joke. It's a long-term joke. Not a joke because it's not funny, but we'll see where it takes. I wish him well. Like he's good. I think it could be better, but that's an anecdote.
It's working well.
It's not relevant here. Well, you decided to partner with that, so go with it. Like I'm not like a, let's say, qualified voice. Okay. I can say I like it or not, but I'm just a player and a journalist. So
okay.
There are experts over there. And where do you see Padel in 30 years' time in the US?
3 years' time?
10.
10 years' time. I see it growing hugely.
Okay.
I see it in all cities. I see it becoming a university sport.
Wow, that would be very important.
Yes. So part of the key elements of a successful club, not just now you open a club where there's no other clubs, the sport is so high in demand, you'll do good. But if you want to be successful after there is many clubs, you have to develop the youth. You have to develop the youth. And it's working really well in our partners clubs in Mexico. The clubs doing the best are the ones doing youth clinics and youth training camps. And so once that starts happening here, I think that'll go on to the universities. I see it being one of the biggest sports in the US. It's a spectator sport.
Yeah.
That's a pretty important thing compared to other sports.
Yes.
We were just at the premiere.
We met at Premier Padel here in Miami.
A couple days ago, and
it's been amazing. What an experience. Yeah.
The stadium,
yes.
And actually it was full.
Yeah.
Right, and if it were bigger, it would be full too.
Yes.
It's fun to watch.
Yes.
It's super fun and exciting and engaging to watch.
Yes.
So I think that helps. That might also help it to become an Olympic sport eventually. Yeah. We were just on a talk yesterday. Yes.
And you were here for Racket X too.
Yes.
How did you see that trade fair?
I liked it. Oh, I was so
it's like Disneyland.
Like a children in Disneyland, right at a candy store.
I wanted the stickers and things like that.
I did so many trade shows in the last 12, 13 years from my previous business. As an attendee and as an exhibitor for many of them. Mm-hmm. There were years where I did 8 trade shows per year. So I've been trade shows all over the world. I liked this one. It's still small, but it's only the second year. But for us as a club, to be owners, right, as developers, we met so many amazing people. Yeah. Some people that we've talked to, which is always good to put a face to the name and just sit down and have a conversation, shake hands or do a hug. That's what it's about.
Yeah, and also everybody that attended it, they had a reason to attend. It's not that they go, as I said, like to collect stickers and all that. Like everybody has a goal. They want to distribute a brand. It's not just people walking by to see what's there. Mm-hmm. Like everybody has a business conversation, an interest. There's something to talk about, thinking about what Padel is going. So I think it's different. Yeah.
It's a great space that is fertile for that.
And what's going to happen after your first club? Let's say it's July, you open the first Conquer Padel. Then what's next for you? Because I don't know if it's raising more money, activating more locations, hiring new people, hiring coaches, because there's also that challenge. How are you filling all those phases?
So by the time we open Tempe, we'll have enough building leases in the pipeline to be opening clubs every few months. Yeah. We already have 7 LOIs already in negotiations. We're hoping to sign our next lease next week. Wow. We're going to Atlanta after here to meet with one of the landlords of an incredible building in Atlanta.
So it's going to be indoors. Conquer would like to be indoors.
Most indoors.
Most indoors. Okay.
Most indoors. We do have a pretty cool outdoor model.
Good.
So if cities where the weather allows it, then somebody has a piece of land. We have a really cool model for that. It'll be outdoor covered.
Okay.
So either indoors or outdoor with a cover.
Okay.
Yes. So what do I see after we open? Well, first of all, I'll be finally playing because we have no courts there, right? So I'll be spending a lot of time there, making lots of new friends. You know, it's unbelievable how many people message us, call us through Instagram just from our websites and say, we're so excited to be, that you guys are doing this in Phoenix. We're traveling to Tucson on the weekends. We met these two guys from Kuwait. They're flying to San Diego Fridays, play Saturday, come back Sunday. Wow. They're flying just to play. So we can have a super excited community, and I'm just so much looking forward to meeting everybody, making new friends, and then replicating our learnings from that to our next clubs. Because yes, we have as a group 48 courts in Mexico at 6 clubs, lots of years of experience as a group. But we know that once we open, there's going to be teachings and there's going to be things that we're going to have to adjust. And we think we have an awesome model, an awesome membership model, but you can never get it perfect. So we'll be reinventing.
It's a matter of iteration, right? You're never happy because you're a perfectionist, so you want to tweak things. And
yes, so we'll be learning, having fun and learning.
Yeah. And I want to finish with a very typical VC question, which is, what keeps you up at night?
Oh.
So many things. What keeps you up at night?
Properties. What keeps me up at night is not just finding, because through our real estate branch, we've now been able to find more properties than ever that are eligible, but getting the landlords to understand the potential of the sport, to understand that it's not just a trend that is here for 2 or 3 years, but that is here to stay, right? So that's my biggest, I'm not gonna say concern, but that's what I'm thinking about the most, trying to get creative, trying to meet them in person, trying to share with them cases of success of clubs in all these other cities. I was just at the property in Padel where we were both there, and I heard so many good testimonials. So I'm gonna be sharing more of that.
That was powerful. I really liked that event.
Yes.
It was really
Me too.
well
Yeah, kudos
organized.
to Ben Nichols from Padel 22. That was a great event. And I think events like that and those testimonials from government official and real estate people are gonna play a big role in helping us with landlords across the U.S. understand the attractiveness and the potential of the sports for their locations, for their communities.
I think so. So thank you, Enrique. Pleasure to have you, and hope to see you soon.
Yes,
I don't
likewise.
know if one of your clubs or anywhere in the U.S., but I want to know more about your club, the first one, the system, the fundraising process and everything, because I think it's different from what I've seen before, and it's something that it deserves to keep an eye on. So congrats, and we are always welcome here in Padel and 995.
Thank you, and I'm looking forward to playing with you sometime.
Oh no, I'm not that good.
Oh yeah, me neither. No, I'm not good.
No? Okay, let's have fun.
But
then.
I love having. I love playing always.
I love
yes.
With everybody. I play with everybody and I enjoy it. Sometimes people don't play with me. Nah, I'm kidding. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Likewise.